Hey guys, I got a new video for you today. Now this is going to be on a couple of new water carrying sources that I just came across and I picked up. Now obviously a lot of us carry an EDC bag or an everyday bag, or we have a bailout bag or a bob bag, bug out bag, whatever you want to call it, with some water sources in it and stuff like that. Usually it's canteens, usually it's Nalgene bottles like the one you see here in front of you. Now if you do carry an EDC bottle, something like this on on your pack for everyday carry and stuff like that, or if you leave it in your vehicle, this is going to be more geared towards that particular option, not necessarily the just the bailout bag one, the one you're not going to resort to. This is something that you probably are going to use on a daily basis. Now, like I said, the majority of us carry something along these lines right here. Now, these are your standard Nalgene bottles, 32 ounces. You guys can see it. It gives you the measurement right on the outside. And these are great. They're very sturdy. They hold a lot of water, a lot of liquid, whatever it is. It's a great option for an EDC water bottle, as opposed to carrying just the regular, like the water bottles they sell in the supermarket and stuff like that. Now, my only complaint with like these particular bottles is that while they are pretty big and they do carry a lot of liquid in it, sometimes depending on the pack that you use, they might just be a little too big. So, it ends up either not fitting correctly in there, or it weighs down the pack a lot when you have this full of liquid in there, especially, like water and stuff like that. The other thing is, these are the wide mouth options. So in other words, they have the wider opening right here, which is great if you're going to be putting ice or anything like that in there. But the drawback is that since it is a wider mouth, sometimes you can't really just kind of chug it. You have to sip it out of it a little bit, because you might get it all over you, especially with this one that has the wider mouth. So something like this, which is, I guess, kind of a mid-range mouth, you would say, it's okay. It's not as big as that one. You can still fit some ice and stuff in there, but like I said, you really can't just open this up and start chugging it. You kind of have to be a little bit careful about it. Now, I know they do sell the inserts that go into these that have that little cutout, which makes it a lot easier to drink. The problem is when you go to open it, sometimes the insert is over here, so you got to either turn the bottle or turn the insert. So it's not that friendly. Now, this one right here actually has a lot bigger opening on there, so this one definitely would require an insert, or if you're going to drink it, just be careful about it. Now, I know they do sell these with the smaller opening on the top, which is great. It makes it a lot easier to drink. But then the drawback is, if you want to put ice or anything in there, you can't, because of the fact that it's a smaller opening. So you either have to crush it, or you have to use those the longer ice that you normally get like through the refrigerator and stuff like that. So they do have their pros and cons. So let me just show you one of the options that I came across. Basically, what I came across was, because of the size, I kind of went with this one right here. And now this one is actually 16 fluid ounces. So it is a little bit smaller than the ones you see here. All right. So this one's carry 32, this one carries 16. Here's the diameter so you guys can see. It is not Nalgene. The actual brand of this is Embark. Let me see if I can focus this so you guys can see it. Alright, so you guys can see there, it's called Embark, and I actually purchased this through Target. Now, the reason that I went with this, even though it's not as sturdy as the Nalgene, as you guys can see, I can bend it a little bit, is because for EDC purposes, it's just fine. I mean, if I'm going to be using it on a daily basis just to drink water out of it, I don't really care. But it kind of solves the issue that I was having with the opening on the top. So basically, this has, and I'll open it right here so you guys can see. It's got your wide opening right here. Alright, I'll take this off of it. You guys make it easier to see. It's got the wide opening right there, so if you do need to, put some ice or whatever in there, you're good to go. Then you can just close that back up. And then right in the middle, right here, it's got the smaller opening. And then when you open that up, you can drink out of it perfectly fine. So you get the best of both worlds. Now, the other thing that I did like about this is the small cap is, it has this rubber gasket that goes around the big cap and the small cap, but the cap itself actually rotates in there, so you can set it in and close it up and not have to worry about this rubber thing going around, which is another thing that you kind of find with this one. Once you start opening, this thing starts going all over the place and makes it a lot harder to open. So this one kind of solved the that problem with the two. Not really a problem, but more of a preference, I would say. So once you got this closed up, your water, ice in there, all you have to do is worry about opening this one and you're good to go. Now, because of the size, it does fit a lot better into your EDC bag, things like your Maxpedition, sling bags and stuff like that. These will fit really nice. Even though they both fit, this will be easier to go in and out versus sometimes you got to make sure that the pocket is completely open to be able to fit these into it, and then it solves the issue of the two different wide openings on this. So that's one of the things that I came across. And now the other thing that I came across, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys, is because I did find this at a local dollar store. If you guys have those around your area, you know what I'm talking about. But I did see it at a sporting goods store as well, and it was about $3 difference. So obviously at the dollar store, this was $1. And basically what it is, it's a foldable water bottle. You guys can see there, it's in red. It comes with a red carabiner, and then it shows the person using it there. It's kind of like, it's got an old school kind of bladder look to it. And then right here it says fold it, stand it, attach it, pack it, wash it, and reuse it. I'll give you a little bit of information right here. So it easily folds when not in use, stands upright when full. It's got convenient carabiner in your purse or pocket after use, so you can pack that. Wash it dishwasher safe in the top rack. Durable, FDA approved, BPA free plastic. Okay, so basically what it is, it's just a plastic water bottle, and I'm gonna go ahead and open it up so you guys can see what it's all about. Now, the one thing that it did attract me to this is not as a primary water bottle use, but more, just to kind of fold it up and stash it into an EDC bag, or again, even into a bailout bag or a Bob bag or anything like that. You'd be good to go. So, right on the bottom right here, once you do fill it up, this area right here will actually expand, and that's what allows it to actually stand up when it's full, which is really cool. It's got a plastic cap right here. Take that off, and then it's got the just the opening where you push out, and you can squeeze it and drink it, and then push it back to close it. This particular portion actually opens up, and you're good to go. Now, obviously, because of the construction and the materials and stuff like that, this wasn't it was only $1, and you got a cheap carabiner and stuff like that. So obviously, this wouldn't be a good everyday thing because you're going to be using it and washing it and using it and washing it, and you don't want to put too much abuse on this because again, what materials they use for this to charge $1 probably wouldn't be able to sustain that daily usage. But in a pinch, if you had to put this into your bag, maybe you're running out of water in your regular Nalgene bottle, and you find another water source, you fill that up, and you feel that you might need more water, you can always bring this out, fill it up. Or if you want to use this for something else, maybe water to brush your teeth or wash your hands or anything like that, you can always designate this for the particular use. So that's always pretty good. So again, these are just two water containers that I came across yesterday that I thought they were some pretty good buys. This was about $6 at Target. They do make a bigger version of this one and a smaller version of this one, but both the bigger and the smaller do not have the dual cap. So that's why I ended up going with this one. The bigger one just has the big opening, and the smaller one has a smaller opening. So I guess they kind of decided to make it the one in the middle to have both of them. But again, it's not as sturdy as the Nalgene's, but it is pretty good for everyday usage, and it definitely will hold up to some everyday use. And again, the brand is Embark. $6 at Target. This was $1 at the dollar store. Again, I did see it at a sporting goods store, and it was about $4.99 for this. So I figured it was it's a little bit of mismarketing there on the sporting goods store, but for the most part, I thought for $1 I'd give it a shot. They did have it in different colors, but obviously the red one is the more visible one. They had it in green and blue and stuff like that. No clear, but it's going to serve the purpose that I wanted it for. So again, guys, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks.